Hey guys, Clay Edwards here. I want to tell you real quick about RC Lawn Care. My buddy Richard Coley is going to be the guy you need to contact for all of your lawn maintenance needs. You can reach him at 601-502-3529. They offer roof-to-curb service, blowing off the roof, gutter cleaning, basic lawn care including mow, trim, edge, and blow, full lawn cleanup, trash removal, garden supplies delivered, pine straw installs, driveway and sidewalk pressure washing. If grass is growing, you need RC Lawn Care Mowing. Again, 601-502-3529. Richard Coley at RC Lawn Care, proud sponsor of the Clay Edwards Show podcast. Hey, brother, thanks for staying on hold. You're on there.
Hey, no problem. The systemic racism thing, man, it's absolutely true. Positively, absolutely true. 100%. I've watched it unfold in front of our eyes. I used to fight against these comedians that would say, you know, they'd work it in their act. I was like, I don't see it. Now I'm watching it unfold on these liberal college campuses. When they asked, there's video proof of all of this. When asked why voter ID was, they were against it, they said because black people can't get ID. They're not smart enough.
I know, it's so racist. It's so racist.
It's unbelievable how these are people that have never grown up around black people. They don't know any black people. They don't work and live around and interact with black people on a daily basis. This is how they view black America. And that's where it comes from. It's straight from the Democrats for hundreds of years. So that's where the racism, Republicans have been trying to say, man, they deserve the rights as everybody else. Just like they deserve to be treated just like everybody else. When you mess up, you get treated like everybody else.
Yeah, I got a video here that I'm going to play that's got this old guilt-ridden white liberal was in Jackson. He's from Oxford, and he was telling us it was all blaming the water crisis on white supremacy and systemic racism. And it's going to be entertaining. We're going to nitpick it apart. I was going to play it later, but I think I'll play it now.
Have clean water. I want more than anything. That'd be my number one thing. I want them to have safe, clean water. That's what we all want. When they have that, we all win.
Absolutely, brother. Hey, great call, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Good.
All right, so I was going to do the gayest towns first, but since we're on the subject of systemic racism. Let's play this, man. This is Charlie Sims. He stood in solidarity, y'all. He stood in solidarity. Did he turn his profile picture black on Facebook after George Floyd? He stood in solidarity with black communities in Jackson, Mississippi during the water crisis, y'all. He is the great grandson of the creator of Jim Crow laws. Oh, let's listen to a minute of this. So, yeah, he would know about racism, wouldn't he?
Very important call, so thank you. Thank you to Reverend Barber, and thank you, Pastor C.J. Rhodes, for standing with the people. Hello, my name is Charles Sims. I'm a civil rights activist, United States Army combat veteran, and founder of the Dream 2020. I was born in Oxford, Mississippi. Therefore, the peace and tranquility of all Mississippians is very important to me. Today, I came to Jackson, Mississippi to dramatize a heinous condition. I am here to speak truth to power. I have come here today to highlight the economic and institutional racism that has led to the water crisis in Jackson. A crisis delayed and neglected will only be a crisis magnified in the future. The crisis now has amplified exponentially, and now thousands of people in Jackson are going without clean drinking water. Because of this, I'm here to stand in solidarity with a community that is going through very tough times. With all due respect, this is the capital and largest city of this great state. It should have the best drinking water, not the worst. Clean drinking water is not optional. Tate Reeves, clean drinking water is not optional.
See, he got it wrong. He's supposed to be saying, Chokwe, Antar, Lumumba, please staff this water treatment facility properly. Because clean drinking water is not an option.
Clean drinking water is mandatory. Clean drinking water is not only a civil right, it is a human right.
Ooh!
Recently, as a country, we have sent tens of billions of dollars to
He snuck in civil rights, y'all.
Ukraine, armaments, as well as water purification. But we can't fix our own aging pipes here.
Now, this is one thing I actually do agree with. I would rather fix the water in Jackson, albeit they don't necessarily deserve it because of, for all the right reasons, them stealing the money and not reinvesting into the water. But I would still rather fix the water here than send another penny to Ukraine. We do agree on that.
This is absolutely absurd. I know the effects of institutional and economic racism can have on a community.
All right, I got to say this one more time. I'm going to quit interrupting. I can't stand these guilt-ridden white liberals who are just a couple generations removed from their grandparents and great-grandparents and parents that are racist, telling all of us about white supremacy and systemic racism. Like somehow they clearly know more about it. See, these are the kind of people that were brought up and taught to hate. And other white Democrats still pimping the black communities. Now, I can only speak for my family. It was the complete damn opposite in my house. My dad's store on Lynch Street was one of the first to extend credit to black folks to buy groceries and everything else they needed. Not own slaves, not vote for Jim Crow laws.
My 3 times great-grandfather is Senator James Z. George of Mississippi. He was a Confederate general and primary architect of the Jim Crow laws. So don't even try to tell me racism has nothing to do with this crisis. How long did it take for the coast to rebound after the effects of Hurricane Katrina? If this crisis was happening in Oxford, Ocean Springs, or Madison, Mississippi, how long would it take to find a solution?
You see what he did there with Madison, Mississippi. That's what we're, to insinuate that's the white capital of Mississippi or something. I mean, has he not been down to the coast? Black folks live on the coast too. What a jackass.
I can tell you with absolute certainty it would not take as long as it will take here in Jackson. I've come here with...
Well, you know why it won't take as long as it does in Jackson? Because they haven't let their pipes and water system go unchecked for 40 years, 50 years. And Jackson's a bigger city too. I mean, let's just be real. And also, it wasn't the water lines on the coast that got destroyed. Well, I'm sure they did too. It was the whole damn city. That's so stupid. He just compare rebuilding. Well, you know what? Here's a better one. Since he wants to compare Katrina, since he wants to talk about Katrina, New Orleans got rebuilt a hell of a lot faster. Chocolate City got rebuilt a hell of a lot faster than Biloxi, Mississippi, than Pass Christian, Mississippi, than Van Cleve, Mississippi, than Gulfport, Mississippi, than Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
Others today to demand that the state of Mississippi prepare a plan to fix this broken system immediately. I am also here to refortify the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh, get out of here. To refortify the dream. Got a white man up on stage with a bunch of black for a living folks talking about fortifying the dream. Man, I lost any respect, a smidgen of respect I may have had for these black folks up on the stage. For them to let him get up there and talk about Dr. King's dream and pander like this, it's gone. I got none.
Dr. King said, I have a dream one day, even in the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. And as everyone knows, an oasis has water. I believe that Dr. King would be disappointed to see the current dilemma that this city now faces.
Oh, I believe Dr. King would be very disappointed in what's going on in these very Jackson, in this very community of Jackson, Mississippi. But it ain't because of the water crisis allegedly brought on by white folks. I can assure you that ain't what Dr. King would be disappointed in.
He would be saddened to see the lack of coordination and compassion that has been exhibited by the leadership in this state. I say to the leadership, nationally and in Mississippi, put your money where your mouth is. There is a solution to this problem. It is not about winning an argument between Republicans and Democrats. It's about coming to a solution for all people. I have said put your money where your mouth is. So in following with that, after leaving here, I will be traveling to Ole Miss to celebrate the life and accomplishments of Mr. James Meredith, the man who integrated Ole Miss 60 years ago. The primary reason he had to even fight to get there was because laws passed by my great-grandfather. Just imagine the great-grandson of Jim Crow coming together through love and peace to celebrate Mr. James Meredith. This is what I offer to you, strength and unity through love. Let us move past the divisions of the past and the bitterness of the past into an oasis of freedom and justice for all Mississippians.
I want to fight him. My God. What is he running for? I hadn't even Googled it. Let's take a call real quick from Lacey, then we got to take a break. Hey, Lacey, you got about a minute, sweetheart.
This dude is the prime example of separation. He is that person that tries to keep everybody separated. And
Absolutely.
That's pretty much all I got to say about it. Separation is what he is about.
Yep.
And people like...
You there, Lacey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. White liberals. This is what they do. This is what they do.
Well, I don't know. Well, they're ignorant.
It's the devil.
And anybody that follows them is ignorant.
Yep.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Lacey. Uh-huh. Say one more call real quick. Hey, caller, you're on there. You got about 1 minute.
Hey, Lacey, shut up. Hey, man, what was that dude name again?
Charlie Sims.
Charlie Sims. Hey, y'all got
Charles
Kim
Sims.
Wade. We got him. He was swapping no swindle.
The racial draft. We trading Charlie for Kim.
Got Kim. We got him.
All right, bet.
All
I'll
right,
take
bro.
that. All right, let's take a break real quick. We'll be right back on the Clay Edwards Show. I hope you enjoyed this clip of today's Clay Edwards Show. You can tune in live every Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. on 103.9 FM, WYAB in Central Mississippi. You can stream it worldwide and live at WYAB.com, the TuneIn app, or Alexa. Just search WYAB. And, of course, you're listening now on a podcast, so you can just hit subscribe where you're at. We update daily right here on the Clay Edwards Show, and check out all things Clay Edwards at ClayEdwardsShow.com for shirts and more. Peace.